It's great getting lost. It sounds stupid, I know, but listen to this from Holland. Okay, this is kind of odd. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm on a side street in a Dutch town, the town of Hilversum, and I've got lost. I'm cycling around and I've just passed this, what looks like a shop front, and it has Céad Míle Fáilte written on the front of it. But then when I look in, I see that it's actually a kitchen and there's somebody in the back watching TV. So I'm just going to knock on the window and see if that person is Irish. There's a man and a woman sitting down at the TV, and they're just coming to the door. Hi, I'm sorry to bother you so late. My name is Ronan, I'm with Irish Radio, and I was cycling on the street here, I got lost, and I see you have Céad Míle Fáilte on the front of your window. Are you Irish?
No, I'm not Irish, but I spent a lot of time in America.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not going to bother you. Can I come back and talk to you about that at some stage?
Come in.
Oh, okay, great, thanks.
Okay. My wife, Louise.
Louise?
Do you fancy an Irish whiskey?
No, God, no, I just had some beer up in it.
That's coffee.
A coffee would be great. Theo and Louise look like they're in their late 50s. They look very much in love, and there's a good reason for that, which emerges in the conversation. The kitchen at the front of the house runs into a living room at the back, where they've been watching late-night repeats of the evening's TV shows. Do you want to stay watching your programme?
Oh, no, it's okay.
Past the TV is an alcove with a bicycle and bookshelves.
Milk
would be lovely. Almost all the books are on the one topic, emigration. On the walls are the odd picture of Ireland or Irish motifs. Theo fell in love with the idea of Ireland, but not straight away.
From 96 till 2002, I always cycled in Scotland, and I like Scotland a lot. Still do. But the Scottish are friendly, but very neat.
Like tidy.
Tidy, stiff. The Irish are more easygoing.
You have a tattoo there with Gomaul on it.
Gomaul.
And
you know what Gomaul means?
Slowly, yeah.
Slow down.
So you slow down. So you have
with
Geo
a shamrock, and she has it on the shoulder. I drew it myself in the computer. I'm a graphic designer.
Okay.
So I drew it, and I said I want that on my shoulder. And she said, if you do it, I do it too. So we went together to the tattoo.
And you have it on your shoulder as well?
Yes.
Theo brought Louise cycling in Ireland.
Gary Dingle.
And she fell for the place too.
Got hooked too.
So much so, they've made a big decision together.
We have to plan in about 4 years. We want to live there.
Do you?
Yeah, we do. And it's a serious plan. We hope it's possible.
You know, Irish people listening to you, talking about this, alarm bells will go off because they'll say, yes, you were in Ireland for your holidays, but living somewhere is completely different. You're not on holidays anymore.
I know.
I can imagine to live there because the country is beautiful. People are free, open, and very kind.
My first experience there was that I was at the airport and the bus stopped and I didn't realize I had to get out. And the bus drove on and I went to the driver and I said, I'm sorry, but I should have gone out there. But there was no turning point there. So he went up the road, drove about a mile, took a roundabout, got back and put me down. Right. And there was a big fat Irish man in the bus and he said, that's Irish hospitality. And I thought, yes, that's hospitality.
While Theo and Louise's love affair with Ireland is interesting, their own love story will really make you go, ah.
I lived 40 years in Austria. And now I'm back.
And what brought you to Austria?
I was married there.
And how did the two of you meet?
This is a picture I took of her in 1968. We were going together for 1.5 years.
He was my first love.
And she was mine. Her father was a bit... I was allowed to come in because I was a Catholic, but otherwise he didn't like it. But we always kissed on the corner. Because he should not see that. We really had a very good time, and yeah, it happens with young people that you split up. But we never forgot, neither of us. And she had a bit of a bad marriage, so we was happy to go back to Holland. And the first thing she did, go to internet and found me. And she came in August 2009.
Had you sent photographs to
before that, we had Skype with the cameras.
Yes.
And were you nervous about putting on the camera and saying, oh, he's going to see me or I'm going to see?
Because she sent me an email through a site, it's called Schoolbank. There you can find old schoolmates. And she said, if you have a brother called Jack and you're born on 10 October 49, then I have to write Theo. So I immediately answered it. And then we had contact by telephone. And, well, it was like we never left.
What were the first words on the telephone?
Well, some kind of cheering from, hey, 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 you know what I mean? Yeah. And she got in the car and I got in the car. And halfway near Frankfurt in Germany we met. And it was all memory. And now she lives here for over a year.
While rushing across Europe to renew a 40-year-old love affair may seem impulsive, there's nothing impulsive about their possible move to Ireland. Remember the bookshelves?
This is the big immigration handbook. And here you can see tips, but also things you need to do here according to your taxes, to your pension, how it works. We haven't read them all. We're just starting. Living and working in Ireland. All practical tips about everything you can encounter.
And can you speak any Irish?
No.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
You see, because when I'm cycling around here, right, everything is so clean. The windows are so clean. People's houses are so neat. The front gardens, and I'm going, oh, this is fantastic. It's so well organised. You've got cycle lanes, but you want something different. You're not happy with this.
Well, we like the cycle lanes and that it's neat, of course. But if you see the rules in Holland, it's unbelievable. So many rules, and every rule has an exception or two.
Give me an example.
Tell him about my car.
She had a car in Austria, and she brought it to Holland, and she wanted a Dutch license. And they say when people bring in cars, they have to pay taxes. And you need to have that car 6 months of your own, and then you don't have to pay the taxes because it's your property. And she had it 5.5 months. And we did all kind of things, but she had to pay more than 3,000 euros for a second-hand car.
And here you have a sign, Céad Míle Fáilte.
Yeah, this was our birthday. So we had this on the pub, because we hired the pub for the festivities, and this was on the wall. That was last year. I was 61 and she's 59. And we have about 4 years, because 3.5 years I have my pension.
And what will you do all day?
When we're there? Well, first of all, if we can, we will always be cycling. It's very well known here that we're pub people. We like to sit in a pub with a good whiskey or a Guinness. We have our hobbies like making puzzles. We do that very often. I'm not much of a painter, but sometimes I paint, and I think I'm going to do that a lot more.
The garden.
And the garden. She's fond of gardening, and I'm just fond of sitting in the garden.
Right. So when is this? It's in 3 years' time.
Yeah, I stop when I'm 65. Then I sell my business, and then I know how much I have left.
Good, so you'll be a millionaire, and you'll bring all your money to Ireland.
Well, the point is, 10 years ago I was a millionaire in guilders. But when the euro came, it suddenly was half of it.
This is definitely careful Theo and Louise, and not madcap Thelma and Louise. Theo's printing business is struggling.
The only value in the business is the building.
In 3 years, when he sells it, he may have enough money to move to Ireland and buy a dream cottage. In the meantime, it's the dream itself that keeps them going.
The working on it on itself is also nice. It's a super hobby. Yeah. Even if it doesn't work out, we still know a lot about Ireland in 3 years. Yeah.